Hello, my name is Vanilla Ice Cube, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 9 of Factorio Rampant Pyanodon. Today we will be making fish turbine farms. But yeah, before we get into that, let's go over our list real quick. We are rebuilding the base, right? And again, the reason we are rebuilding it is because we lost to the biters. If we go on the map, as you can remember, the biters chewed, you can still kind of see it, they chewed a giant wall through the Northern Gate Mark II, and the SO's northern gate north at the same time, and those are on opposite sides, and I have no way to repair the walls, so they were going to come in and eat my entire base. But at the same time, we were also having magazine production issues. We actually had run out of magazines, and we were having power issues, and we were having pollution issues. The pollution was upping my evolution to ridiculous rates, again, to the point where I couldn't really defend against the biters anymore. So we've been spending all this time rebuilding the base so that we could turn the biters back on and kind of, fight them. And I think we have two things left to do, right? So we have the military side of things to do, right? Redo all the military fronts, increase magazine production, make sure that we are able to fight the biters when they come. But we could go a step further and make sure that the biters don't come. We don't want the biters to come at all, and we can do that by decreasing pollution. And the solution to this is fish turbines. So we have a two-stage pollution decrease plan. So the first stage, right, is to reduce the reliance on power plants here that produce dirty energy. Fish turbines will produce clean energy. All we need is a lot of open space, which I see a lot of open space up here. So I think we're going to turn the northern continent into the fish continent by putting a bunch of fish turbine arrays there. Of course, every fish turbine takes about 5 fish. 5 fish. So we're going to have to go fishing. We're going to be hunting for fish. But yeah, we have two stages again. The first stage is to reduce reliance on power, right? By going by producing power by fish turbines, which produce clean energy. But also, we are going to decrease the pollution itself that is caused by this raw coal mining, and we are going to do that by building a ton of logs. What's it called? We're going to build a ton of lumber yards. Iba's lumber yards are going to expand all the way to Bridgeland, and I'm planning on just slapping down a ton of tree makers so that we can first of all, we can primarily use that. We can use that as our primary burnable resource instead of raw coal for fuel, and only use raw coal when we need it, but also to just suck up all the pollution in the air. It's kind of really sad. All the trees here are kind of dying, and I can show you what it used to look like. Okay, so we're over here, and this is what current day looks like. First of all, I think I redid the decorations. I think I did them off screen, not sure. But first of all, that's out. But anyways, we want to look at the trees here, right? So this is this whole continent. You can see how big the pollution cloud is. But if we zoom back to when we first entered this continent, a nice, dense, lush forest, right? And as you can see, we built this and we built that, and the trees are still fine. But as we go through time, you can see that the trees all die. I mean, like, this is the main point right here. The trees literally evaporate, and that's not good because it's kind of the snowball effect. The trees absorb the pollution, so we don't want to get them past a critical mass where they destroy all the trees because that racks up the pollution. So we need to build wood farms around here to suck up the pollution in hopes that it sucks up enough pollution that the trees can survive to produce more trees, and we'll just have a dense forest again sucking up all the pollution. Look, it's even reaching up here. Look at that. They're all dying. And in fact, as you saw earlier, it was actually reaching across the ocean, and now it's starting to affect the places over here, because look how lush it used to be. Actually, it was kind of dying, but if we go through time, it's starting to die over here as well, and we're all the way on the other side. So like, it is not good. So yeah, now that we know what we're gonna do, first of all, I think I'm just gonna snap. First of all, look at these fish turbines have to be a certain distance from each other. Oh, quite far sometimes. So I will just make the 4 fish turbines that I can make so far. Here we go. 2 more. I will just kind of place them down willy-nilly right now. Actually, I won't place them down willy-nilly. I will put them in places that make some sort of sense. I think putting them in gaps between buildings looks good enough for now. This is temporary. Actually, is this temporary? Shouldn't we just put them in the gaps between buildings forever? I think so. And there we go. Yeah, I think they look good filling in the empty spaces. I mean, I don't think I'm going to put anything in this space or in this space or in this space. So they look good, just kind of populating around my main base for now. But I will go fish hunting and get a couple more of these fishies up. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 250 fish. That is enough for a good amount of turbines. I think each one is 5, so 25 turbines, math. Oh, so as it turns out, it might be a little bit expensive because it takes treated wood, right? Is this treated wood? I don't really get how I was able to craft more before. Was I just running around with treated wood in my inventory? I mean, apparently so. Now we need bricks. Yeah, so I was going to make Fish Turbine Island, but I think I can just place it in all the gaps on my main base right now. And also, check this out. If you check the power, they don't make a constant amount of power. It like fluctuates, and it's actually super cool that it's inconsistent power. So if we go here, we can see, as we get more, we'll see our main power fluctuate up and down, and it's going to look really awesome. But yeah, once again, I don't think we need to actually make Fishblade Island. I think we can jam 50 fish turbines right here on this main island, and we're going to do it like this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep, 18 additional is all I could do. I forgot to count the original 4, so we have 22 total. I think we can verify this. Right there, 22 fish turbines. Oh, look at that! They are crossing the steam engine line. That's very cool. Again, look at those waves. Very, very fancy Fourier transform. It looks amazing. It's actually going to cross the steam engine. That's awesome. Okay. But yeah, so we've managed to place 22, and I was trying to jam them within the base, right? So like between buildings, spaces that we haven't used yet. I know I could easily put it on the outskirts, but that would be kind of like expanding the base. And I don't want the size to grow any bigger. I just wanted to eat up some space in between the different builds. That way we could, utilize that space I was doing nothing before. This space was big enough that I felt we could have. I don't know. For some reason, I want to leave the space open. But yeah, again, I just wanted to place it in between builds, kind of jam it in like random places. That doesn't really expand our footprint, but it still looks good. So yeah, 22 fish turbines on our main island. Couldn't fit all 50 like I wanted to. And I could jam them in over here too, but this area, while it looks complete and its whole purpose is simple circuit boards, I feel like it's incomplete, and I kind of don't want to touch it. I mean, this area seems like it's becoming more cohesive, so yeah. Next up, I guess we do need to make a fishland. Oh my goodness, so I was running away to go make the fish turbine island when I noticed that John Boy didn't want to join me. Silly dude. Let's go, come on. So let's go ahead and blueprint this and make it snap to grid. I'll have to play around with the grid part. I guess this is the biggest wide open space that I can find right now. So let's just go right here, and I think the blueprint works. Oh, it works beautifully. Nice. So this will be 21, and I think we have about 21 left. So yeah, this will look good. Except for the fact that they appear to be missing when placed by bots, so we'll have to manually place all these down ourselves. But it looks good. The electrical looks good as well. Nice little octagons. Um, and I want trees to grow in between, which is why I'm leaving out some space here. But yeah, looks good. Let's finish this. Bada bing, bada boom. We just gotta put down a couple more lamps and we are good. The Fish Island Fish Grid Electric Array is looking amazing, and it looks even better on the map. I mean, on the map, it actually looks absolutely beautiful. And if we zoom in, it looks not bad either. I don't know, I'm kind of split. I like how clean it looks on this side and how clean it would look with concrete, but I like trees, so we're just gonna let the trees stay for now, and we'll see how it goes. But anyways, let's go ahead and connect this to our base for the first time. It would look better like this, right here. Oh, still perfect alignment. I am so good at this. And historical moment, click. And now we can see that our power is going to be absolutely ruled by the multi-blade fish turbine. Yep, I mean, it doubled the power. And as we can see, the power reached the middle at times. So depending on how this fluctuates, we will be saving a lot of power through the use of multi-fish turbines. And actually, you know, we could grow this array more, but for now, I think, no, I'm not satisfied. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna collect more fish to make this turbine field even bigger. I kind of want to encompass most, or even more, just more of the island. But for now, we could actually just appreciate it for like a minute. Just look at all these beautiful fish turbines turning in the wind. Turning in the wind. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Anyways, time to go fishing. We went ahead and expanded the fish turbines quite a bit, so now it fills up my entire screen, which is absolutely lovely. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows that go all the way across, and I think we're at a good spot. If we look at the power, it seems like a lot of the times we don't even use our steam engine power, or we use only very minimal amounts. So if we can look at the chart, you can see there are times that the multi-blade fish turbines do go down, and we do end up using some steam engine, but that's only every once in a while. And plus, I love seeing the fluctuations. Also, to be honest, I'm kind of tired of fishing, so that's my real reason. But it looks really good. We are now mostly and sometimes 100% on multi-blade fish turbines. The area looks really good. Honestly, I don't. I think I'm not liking how it looks with the trees coming through. But it looks really clean in the center. But I want to stick with a clean look. By clean look, I mean I wanna get rid of pollution. So we will keep it this way for now. If we decide we don't like the trees later, I guess we can chop down all the trees. Or if we decide we want to fill in the gaps, we can fill in the gaps. But for now, this has been Fish Island. Oh, I gotta rename this gate. Bing bang. It is now called the Fish Gate. I love it. Anyways, seems like we're still missing just a couple lamps. But otherwise, yeah, that is phase 1. And we can go ahead and check fish turbine off of our list. There we go. We still need to decrease pollution, but third power plant. My map has been open this whole time. Good job. All right, so again, we just finished making fish turbines, and we're still trying to decrease pollution, and I just figured out another way we could do that. Over here, we have 2 massive power plants powered by raw coal. So there's this one, and then there's this one, right? And right now, I mean, most of our power is coming from our multi-blade fish turbines. So the amount of power we need lowers. The reason they're built right next to the coal plant is because I wanted them to get coal before the rest of the base. That way, that way we prioritize power. But they, again, produce a lot of pollution. So I'm thinking now that we don't need these power plants as much, we can just make a third power plant right in the middle that, first of all, it takes burnable fuels as a priority, and then raw coal secondly. And place it right in the middle so that the trees in this main area can absorb all that pollution. So yeah, again, we're going to cut off these from the system, so we're going to cut off the raw coal to them. They will still be there as a backup, but otherwise we are going to make a third power station right in the middle of all this over here. Alright, so as you can see here, our system is still pretty messed up with raw coal, so I added this little chest to help filter it out more. It'll fill this chest up with raw coal, and as you can see, it's already full of raw coal. But the reason I did this chest thing with loaders instead of splitters is that, you know, for this scenario, when this fills up, it'll still allow raw coal to go over down this way, because there's a more permanent solution here which shoots raw coal up to the raw coal line. But recently we haven't been using raw coal fast enough for this to fill up, even though it looks like we are, but we haven't been. And it's been clogging up the system still. So hopefully this will help alleviate some of the pain, because I think we are clogging up a lot of our systems downstream with all these excess ores. Our original goal was to go ahead and make a new power plant. So let's just copy this one, which I'm sure lives somewhere in here already. Then we can bada bing, bada boom. So we have the new power right in the middle, like we said. And I've gone ahead and made it a priority. So I've gone through every single splitter along the entire path, which is about 1,000 of them, and made sure that every time that there was a split, that it would lead to this power plant first. Next up, I just got to turn the old ones off and see if my power holds up. Okay, as of now, this one officially has been cut off. As you can see, raw coal can only go to the right, and also we did it over here as well. Raw coal can only go to the left. So these power plants are essentially cut off, and now we are running only off of Fish Island, and this one, which prioritizes burnable fuels first. Yeah, we're still in the process of decreasing pollution. So, up next, we're going to go ahead and suck up all the pollution by designing, by expanding EMA's lumber yards. So, we're going to make some more gigantic lumber yards every time there is a coal patch, and also every time there is a power plant. So, we're going to put 1, 2 here, 1, 2 here, 1 here, and 1 here, in hopes that we can get rid of all the pollution. Okay, so as you can see here, we are currently building EMA's lumberyard, or I guess EMA's new lumberyard. It is set to, it's a much scaled up version. They changed the recipes for the lumberyards at some point, because as you can see, the ratios are completely off. The last lumberyard I made was scaled to make 5 wood per second, but this one that I'm making right now is going to scale up to make 15. So 1 yellow belt. Which is kind of funny because I'm going to immediately stack it to make it 1/8 of a yellow belt. But yeah, as you can see, it's nothing new really. I don't think I'm using any new technology here. I am going to try to get carbon dioxide and add that to my flow control chart. But yeah, it's just this giant, massive block of wood, and hopefully it's going to suck all the pollution out of the air. Yeah, I guess I really wanted to speak for longer, but I have nothing else to say. It's a really simple build. It's for wood. So I guess for now we can just go ahead and blueprint this and bada bing it to the other world. Bada bing, bada boom, bada doom. And that's about it. So I said I was going to make 6, but truth be told, these things are massive, and I think it took me 10 hours just to build 2. So I think we're good. I also have other reasons. I was going to put a third one up here, but it looks like the pollution is decreasing. I'm sending all the wood back on half a belt of stacked. And each of these produces half a belt already. So this produces full belt. This produces a full belt. This produces a full belt. A half a stacked can take 4 yellow belts. So for now, like what these produce is already half of what I can bring back to base. So I think I'm going to hold off because it seems like the pollution is going backwards. It seems to be decreasing, except in my main base, surprisingly, it is increasing. But I think I'm just going to have to wait for time, a little bit of time to pass to wait for the trees. This poor dead forest, I need the trees to regrow. And then hopefully that'll be it. If over time or in the future this starts producing a ton of pollution again, I will place another one of them. Oh, not this one. I will place another EMA lumberyard here. But for now, yeah, I've placed one here. And here. So I think we can go ahead and consider that done for now. But yeah, so we have finished decreasing pollution. So I think, yeah, we did a lot of work here again. We started with the fish island here, which again, if we need more power, let's see how much power we're using. We're not really using too much right now, but if we need more, we can build more. And then again, if the pollution isn't decreasing fast enough, or the clouds don't go away after, I'll give probably like 10 more hours, 10, 15 hours to allow the forest to grow back. But look, ocean's green again. Oh, I mean blue. It's sort of green on this side. But yeah, we are done with pollution. So that was this part of the journey. And I do have another announcement to make. I recently made these two medic bots, but I also got a new patron, and they wanted to be immortalized as companion drones. So we have taken them, and we are going to rename these. So medic bot and medic bot will be renamed to. And forgive me if I butcher this, but Majestoso, a pun on their name. Majestoso, which means majestic, and last name Tuoso. Oh, Jesus. And then the other bot will be named, they will be named Irrespetuoso, which hopefully I pronounced right. Yep, we have our twin bots, Majestic and Disrespectful. So, thank you guys for watching this episode. And I'd like to thank my patrons. We got John Boy, Ema's Lumberyards, 1, 2, and 3. Maybe I should number those. I will number those. And now, a Majestoso and Irrespetuoso. And we also have Sterling. So, thank you guys, and see you next episode.